So now in this video you can see the simultaneous equation now involves logarithm. So that means for you to be able to do this, you would need the knowledge of logarithm. And I would still prefer to use elimination method. Elimination method proves very useful when you have questions like this. The only time elimination method will be difficult to use, like I mentioned in one of my videos, is when you have a quadratic function. Any other form of equation, simultaneous equation, you can use elimination method. So like we did before, you just check the coefficients. The coefficient here is 1, the coefficient here is 1, the coefficient here is 1, the coefficient here is 2. So it will be easier to eliminate x since the coefficients are the same already. So I'll just, there's no need to multiply. This is equation 1. So we just subtract straight. It's only if you want to eliminate this y that you need to multiply this by 2, multiply this by 1. So since these coefficients are the same, there is no point. So we'll just subtract. We are subtracting because the signs are the same. If the signs are the same, you subtract. If the signs are different, that's when you add. So if the signs are the same, you subtract. So the signs are the same, so we are subtracting. So log x base 10 minus log x base 10, they are the same. Log x base 10 minus log x base 10. 1 log x base 10 minus 1 log x base 10. That's 0. Then this is log y base 10 minus plus 2 log y base 10. So this is log y base 10 minus times plus is minus 2 log y base 10. And there's a rule of logarithm that says when you are subtracting 2 logarithm and notice the base are the same, please check my logarithm videos to know how to go about this. If you are subtracting 2 logarithm and notice the base are the same, so you take one logarithm and its base, then you are going to divide. Okay, before we do that, we need to take this power here. So this is log y base 10 minus log y raised to power 2 base 10. Yes. So from there, this is one way of doing it. I'll show you another way. So from there, this is log y over y squared according to that rule. So this y squared means y times y. So y times y, this cancels this. So this becomes log base 10, 1 over y. And 1 over y is y raised to power minus 1. 1 over y is y raised to power minus 1. So from there, if this power comes here, using one of the law of logarithm, this is minus 1 log y base 10. Okay, this is long. This is long. Now there's an alternative way. There's an alternative way from here. You have log y base 10. Very easy. Minus 2 log y base 10. Now you have 1 log y base 10. You are owing somebody 2 log y base 10. So if you pay what you are owing, you have 1, you are owing 2. So if you try to pay all the 2, it will be impossible. So you still be owing 1. So it will be minus 1 log y base 10, which is minus log y base 10. It's the same thing as this. So we can adopt any one. So this one is minus 1 log y base 10. Then 4 minus 3, that's 1. So 0 minus this, we have minus log y base 10 is equals to 1. And if you apply one of the rules of logarithm, well, we can before we apply, we can divide both sides by this minus 1. So this cancels this. We have log y base 10 1 over minus 1, that's minus 1. And if you check the rules of logarithm that I gave in the logarithm video, please make sure you check the logarithm video. this, when you have logarithm on one side and there's no logarithm on this side, the base will carry this number. So that means this y is 10 raised to power minus 1. And in indices, 10 raised to power minus 1 is 1 over 10. You might need to check the indices video too for you to understand. So now that we found y, we can use y to look for x. We can say put y equals to 1 over 10 or 10 raised to power minus 1. Put y equals to, okay, let me say 10 raised to power minus 1 into equation, let me use 1 to find x. So that means from there we have this equation 1, we have log x base 10 plus log y is 10 raised to power minus 1. We have 10 raised to power minus 1 base 10 is equals to 4. Now if you are familiar with the law of logarithm, this minus 1 comes here, so you have log x base 10 plus times minus 1 log 10 base 10. Now the number and the base are the same. Please, you need to check that logarithm law. So this is plus times minus, you have minus 1 times log 10 base 10 is 1. There is a rule. So this is log x base 10 minus 1 times 1, that's minus 1, is equals to 4. So if this minus 1 goes to that side, we have 4 plus 1. Okay, so we have log x base 10 is equals to 5. So applying this similar rule here, so this is 10 raised to power 5. Or you can say x is, you have 5 zeros, that's 100,000. So therefore, when x is 100,000, or you say 10 raised to power 5, y is 1 over 10. So that's that.